Hey everybody! I know that some of you may be feeling it having to be at home, being quarantined now and not being able to go to your regular workplace. So we wanted to give you some helpful tips and stretches, things that you can do while you're at home. I know some of you are stuck doing work from the computer while you're at your house. So these are good helpful stretches that you can do on and off throughout the day. Just something really simple, really quick. You can do this entire flow or just pick one or two movements that you do maybe at the top of every hour. Don't underestimate the importance of just a sit to stand. Stand up, sit back down. Again, if that's something that you could just do at the top of every hour, say if you're not going to get up, take a lap around the room if you want to, but just standing up, sitting back down 4 or 5 times, just kind of gets the juices flowing again, get your blood pumping, brain working again. Then we've got a knee to chest hug that you can do. Pull that knee up to your chest, start with your spine really tall, and then you're going to bring your chin to your chest, fold the back, push the back of the spine towards the chair, pull that forehead towards your knee, hold for maybe 3 or 4 breaths, and then let it go, and do that maybe 4 or 5 times on each side. You can also add some ankle mobility here, point and flex, around in circles, inside, outside. And again, that's something that you can just do on and off throughout your day while you're sitting at your desk. Straighten out your leg, point and flex, do around a circle, and you can keep working at the same time too. Again, kind of helps that with that lower body mobility some while you're sitting there at your desk. Hamstring stretch, just extend one leg forward, bend at your hips, keeping that back straight. Nice, long, slow breaths as you hold that stretch. The more you can even out and slow down your breathing, the easier those stretches get. Again, holding for about 3, 4, 5 breaths on each side, tucking that chin in, arching your back, and then rolling all the way back up to the top. And then do that a couple of times on both sides. A figure 4, getting in a little disassociation for our spine. I know as we sit forwardly flexed, working on that computer or working at your desk quite a bit, that spine needs a really good stretch. So you're going to take one foot, cross it over the other, lengthen that spine. So you want to sit up as tall as you can. You're going to rotate towards that leg, that foot that's crossed over, cross that way. Hold on to the back of that chair, turn and look over your shoulder. Again, long, slow breaths, holding. You can move the head around as we hold this stretch. And then go the opposite direction. Again, holding, keeping that spine nice and tall. Make sure you pull those shoulders down and away from those ears. 4 or 5 head control movements on that side, and then switch. Cross the other leg over. Rotate to one side. Head movement. Go to the other side. Making sure that spine stays tall the entire time. That'll feel really good on that back and through those sides to stretch that all out. So then we come up, a couple of things you can do up out of your chair. This one's my favorite, that nice long T-spine stretch. Hands go on the back of your chair, can go on top of your kitchen counter, can go on top of your desk, wherever you're at. You're going to bend at your hips. Legs go fairly wide. You want them a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Extending those arms out and then bringing that upper body down and letting it relax towards the floor. You want to hold this position. I don't have a whole lot of mobility in my shoulder right now, but you guys should be able to let that upper body fall down towards the floor. Just nice, slow breaths. With every exhale, see if you can get that chest to fall a little bit closer to the floor. You can let the head drop a little bit too if you want. That should feel a nice long stretch through those arms all the way through the sides and into the back as well. For those of you that are kind of tight through your hamstrings, that'll be a nice little hamstring stretch for you too. And then 2 more just for our lower body calf stretch. One foot stays close to the chair, the other foot steps back, pressing that heel to the ground. Stand up nice and tall. You'll feel that gentle stretch through the back of the calf. Hold for 4 or 5 breaths. Do that a couple of times on each side. And then we can turn it into a hip flexor stretch, lifting that back heel up off the floor, lowering our hips to the ground. Squeeze your glutes as you push that hip forward and feel that nice gentle stretch right here through the front of your hip. Again, about 4 or 5 breaths, a couple of times on each side. hopefully you guys will find these helpful, just kind of little rejuvenation on and off throughout your day. You don't have to do the whole thing, but maybe just pick one or two to do every hour or so. Hope this helps.